Akdn News. The Akdn Development Network is a network with many agencies that helps make the world a better place. Today we welcome PR specialist Neha Nasser to come answer some questions about the Akdn Trust for Culture. Nice to meet you. So Neha, tell us a little bit about the agency you are working for and some specific projects that it is working on.
The agency, AKTC, or Akdn Trust for Culture, well, basically it revitalizes towns and it helps to give Muslims a better name and to spread Muslim history by through buildings and stuff. And a project this agency has worked on is revitalizing of Zanzibar's stone town. The agency has been occupied in Zanzibar for 25 years, and while it's been active there, it has restored 11 landmarks, upgraded housings, it has rehabilitated public spaces, for example, Khalili Square and Farduni Park. And when it was doing the infrastructure, it upgraded the walkways and it improved the lighting, sewage, and drainage systems.
So how's the agency that you're working on and the projects that are included in it help to improve people's quality of life and just their lives in general?
Okay, well, quality of life is defined by the standard of health, comfort, and happiness needed by an individual. And so the necessities include food, water, shelter, healthcare, and love. When AKTC was present in Zanzibar, they provided many new jobs in construction, and because of the additional jobs due to the construction phase, it has affected many people's quality of life. It's helped by allowing people to earn money to feed their families and improve their quality of life in ways they may need to. For example, if a citizen working in construction got money, they could use it to buy food or healthcare. By restoring many homes which were at the point of collapse, my agency has improved the citizens of Zanzibar's quality of life by providing people with a safer environment to live in, and the improved conditions may have given the people a sense of protection and trust for Akdn agency, because they not only aided Muslims, the agency also provided help to anyone they could. Sewage systems were added, and they improved the quality of life by making the surrounding environments cleaner and healthier and having a proper place to dispose waste. The parks and adjacent places became more attractive, and places people would visit, making the parks a site for leisure time and tourism. AKTC not only works in popular cities, but also helps the areas around it, and it helps families with material objects, and it also helps with problems that you can't really buy.
So how is this agency an example of sustainable development?
AKTC is an example of sustainable development, which is improving and developing an area in which the area will benefit and the development stays constant while conserving natural resources that will be there for future generations. Because when it's rebuilding and restoring the important buildings and securing that the city's major urban open space is good, it is creating a clean and healthy environment for future generations to live in, which will be filled with trees, stable home, and sanitary disposal systems. The development of cities and towns, the AKTC helps thrives because of the increased levels of tourism and jobs, and soon after the development, usually.
Can you explain how your agency or project is a big part of civil society?
Well, of course. The Akdn Trust for Culture is a part of civil society in linking citizens with common interests and collective activity. When performing projects that improve the society, the agency calls for help upon the citizens in the society, joining the citizens in a common goal of making the city a better place to live. The agency also provides jobs in the structuring processes that help connect people who need extra benefits. For example, AKTC provided over 200 jobs in the construction phase when they were repairing Zanzibar's stone town. By providing jobs along with a generation of employment opportunities, AKTC shows citizens that they are not so different at all, and it helps the citizens grow to respect each other.
So what ethics from the Akdn ethical framework are involved in your agency?
The ethics involved are the ethic of inclusiveness, because the whole town is involved in helping to create a better town. And so everyone from different races, ethnicities, religions comes together to make a better society. Also the ethic of compassion and sharing, because the agency, it uses its wealth to help other people benefit and they're not greedy, and we share money. And we also share the technology we have. For example, we introduced new sewage systems and better lighting sources in towns and cities. The ethic is the ethic of sustainable development, and it plays a major role because in a sustainable development, you develop a town so that it's constant and stable, and it's a reliable environment. And AKTC does that, and when it's reviving cities, it makes it so that the environment is available for future generations to use, and it's proper and like it's not worn down like how it was before we did the projects. In this week's segment of Akdn News, we will be interviewing a PR specialist from AKFED.
Hi, nice to meet you.
What agency have you chosen, and what specific project has your agency
The agency
done?
I have chosen is the Akdn Fund for Economic Development. There are many projects under it, but one very well-known project is the Diamond Trust Bank. It was incorporated in 1946, and it used to be a non-bank financial institution, but in recent years it has been turned into an actual bank that holds out bank processes. And what it mainly does is it gives out loans to people who want to start new businesses, like entrepreneurs, and it has a big focus on women entrepreneurship and women empowerment, and it wants to bring out women and show them that they can do something in the world. So it mainly focuses on giving them loans so that they can get started off and so that they don't depend on anyone else.
How has this agency impact quality of life, and how has it improved people's everyday
The
lives?
Diamond Trust Bank has a significant impact on the quality of life of people, and it improves lives just in general. And women empowerment really improves the quality of life of women, especially those that have previously worked or lived in a male-dominated environment. It focuses on investing in women businesses, mostly in the East African region, and it focuses on giving loans and giving a push off to women who want to become independent and work for themselves. It helps beyond just women because when it gives loans to entrepreneurs, they create more jobs. And then in that way, more jobs are created for other people so that people can work for themselves, can work to create their own money so that they can depend not on others, but they can depend on themselves.
Is this agency an example of sustainable development?
Is a huge example of sustainable development because in situations that can be often fragile, it makes bold and well thought out investments which stimulate further investments, and in that way it doesn't only help this generation, it helps future generations because the investments that they make now create jobs for the future. The fund also encourages government policies that create an enabling environment for the future.
How is this agency a part of civil society?
The AKFED and just the AKD in general are considered a huge part of civil society because they help to bring together a community by linking them through common interests and practices. By giving loans and investing in businesses, the AKFED helps to bring together entrepreneurs, and the jobs that are created by these entrepreneurs also help to bring people together. The AKDN agency also helps people to be free and independent of the government. This leads to non-governmental organizations being created by people. Also, just in general, the AKFED does create non-governmental and non-profit organizations.
What ethics does this agency exemplify?
There are many ethics from the AKDN ethical framework that have to do with this agency. First one is compassion and sharing. The Akdn Fund for Economic Development shares skills with people that helps to develop the workforce, and it also shares technology that helps improve people's quality of life. AKFED also displays self-reliance. It assists small businesses with loans so they can get a push to start off on their own, and in that way they won't depend on anyone else for money or for food, and they'll work for themselves and get their own money and become self-dependent. The last ethic is sustainable environment. The new technology the agency helps to improve people's quality of life, and also the AKFED improves water and sewage systems, which creates a sustainable environment that'll be lasting for